What's up guys, my name is Marc Steiner, and today we are going to be comparing and reviewing the DJI Mic 2 to the brand new DJI Mic Mini. Let's jump right into it. Let's first get build quality and specs out of the way so we can focus on what really matters, sound quality. The Mic Mini is half the size and significantly lighter than the Mic 2, but with that size comes trade-offs. The Mic 2 does have internal recording and a lav port to plug a lav mic into, and while I personally don't use the lav port, what I do find invaluable on this mic is the 32-bit float internal recording. As a matter of fact, more often than not, I am using this purely as an internal recorder and not as a wireless microphone, just because I find it so handy. Both mics have a magnet, so you can attach it magnetically to different objects like a car door or a fridge, or magnetically attach it with clothing, which is my preferred way of using these mics. With the magnet on your clothing, you don't need to clip it, so it just is a cleaner look. You can put it near your chest, which means it's going to pick up a little bit more bass, and it just looks better overall. And then of course, if you flip this the other way around and have the mic on the inside of the shirt or your outerwear, it's going to give you an even more minimalist look with the magnet being only that tiny, and it looks a lot cleaner and better. And then you have like a built-in wind muff, which is really, really helpful. And I think that is the best of both worlds. Because the Mic Mini is half the size and significantly lighter, it's not going to sag your clothing this way or ruin your collar if you're clipping it the same way that the DJI Mic 2 will, because it is significantly bigger and heavier and it's more noticeable. I think the Mic Mini is really good because it just is more inconspicuous and you can put it in more ways without ruining your clothing. One thing that I have noticed on the Mic Mini is that the magnets seem to be a little bit stronger, and some people might think this is because of the weight issue. No, like this magnet literally will attach to thicker clothing than the DJI Mic 2, and it has nothing to do with weight. The magnet is literally stronger. Both of these microphones can connect to a plethora of different devices, be it a camera, phone, tablet, laptop, you name it. It can also connect to DJI's own products like the Pocket Osmo 3 and the Action 5 Pro. And the fact that both of these mics can connect to so many different products means that you can grow with these microphones. If you're starting out and shooting content on your phone, you can use this mic then, and then maybe you upgrade to the Pocket Osmo 3 and you can attach the mic there. And then from there, you buy your first mirrorless camera and you can still use the same quality mic and you're getting really good quality. So this mic is one of those things that can grow with you and is so versatile. And if you're switching between products or you want to podcast on your iPad and then use it on your camera, it works in so many different ways and it just makes it so versatile. One thing that the Mic 2 has that the Mic Mini doesn't is the ability to use the amazing accessory that is the Sony multi-interface shoe adapter. And it's really unfortunate that that is reserved just for the DJI Mic 2 right now. I hope in the near future that DJI does come out with a Mic Mini compatible version of that, because that thing is so clutch. It allows you to cut the cable of the 3.5mm jack, but in the meantime, you are using the 3.5mm jack, which is universal. It's not the end of the world. If you do own that hot shoe adapter, it is unfortunately not cross-compatible between the DJI Mic 2 and the Mic Mini. So you're kind of out of luck on that. And I don't know why DJI did that. It is really unfortunate, but that's how they've gone. Let's talk about range. When it comes to range, the Mic 2 has a range of about 250 meters or 820 feet for my American friends, and the Mic Mini surprisingly has a range of 400 meters or 1,312 feet for my American friends. That is absolutely insane, and obviously the Mic Mini wins this round. However, as someone who has tested a bunch of different wireless products, the vast majority of people are not going to be going in that 250 to 400 meter range. Most people, most content creators are sticking probably within 10 meters of their camera. So that range, while it is amazingly impressive on the Mic Mini, is probably not going to come into a lot of people's lives that much. And if you really want to get nitpicky with it, the DJI Mic 2 technically has infinite range because it has an internal recorder. So as long as you sync your audio before you walk away from your camera, you can walk as far away as you want and it'll have technically wireless range that you can link in post, which is perfectly fine. Let's move on to battery life. The Mic 2 has a very respectable 6 hours of battery per charge, whereas the Mic Mini has a battery life of 11 hours per charge, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, obviously, they have slightly different features with that internal recording probably taking a little bit more battery life because you have to have storage and whatnot. But the fact that the Mic Mini has an 11-hour battery life does make a real-world difference if you're out shooting for long periods of time. The difference I've noticed between the two is just a little bit more peace of mind. When I'm using the Mic Mini, I know that I can stick it on myself or on a client or talent and just let them keep the mic for the entire shoot and not worry about it. Whereas with the Mic 2, I am a little bit more aware of battery life and internal recording time, especially on longer potential recordings like public speaking or podcasts, where the speakers will be going for hours and hours and hours. And if the battery isn't at 100%, I might be a little bit worried about that and might need to like quickly grab it and charge it if there's an interim or break in between sessions. The receivers for both these microphones are slightly different as well. In order to bring down the cost, DJI had to make some sacrifices, and so the Mic Mini receiver is a little bit more utilitarian. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it gets the job done, and it's really simple to use. It's plug and play, and then you just change the volume, and that's all that really matters. The Mic 2 receiver, on the other hand, has that beautiful OLED touchscreen, so you can go through and swipe through your settings, you can see what is connected, you can see real-time levels, which is really, really helpful. And while some people may definitely use that, I think the vast majority of people don't really need that, and the Mic Mini receiver works perfectly fine. One thing that I quickly want to talk about that not a lot of other creators are mentioning with these products is that they are probably doing some post-processing in the edit. And so their audio is going to sound different than your audio if you're not doing post-production. So if you're listening to your favorite creator and you're like, wow, this mic sounds so good, and then you buy it and you start using it and you're like, doesn't sound as good to me, it sounds a little muffled, why are our mics sounding so different? It's because they're doing post-production to that, and that's why it sounds so much better. So if you think you're getting this mic and it's just gonna sound great out of the box, it's not. It's definitely better than, you know, baseline microphones on your camera and whatnot. But if you want it to get sounding as good as some of your favorite creators, do some editing, learn some editing, that'll make a world of difference. Just so you know, throughout the video, I've been using the Mic Mini as my main talking head mic, and I do have EQ and other features applied to make it sound better. So when I do the raw audio tests following up right after this, you're going to hear completely zero EQ, zero post-production, just how the mic sounds straight off the bat. This is an indoor audio test of the DJI Mic Mini, and this is what you can expect when it's magnetically attached to my shirt and the kind of audio you can expect from that. And this is what the Mic 2 sounds like when it's just attached to my shirt normally, and you can expect this kind of audio coming from that. This is the audio from the Mic Mini when I am hand holding the microphone, so it is significantly closer to my mouth. So this is the kind of audio you can expect when you are hand holding the Mic Mini. This is what the audio quality sounds like of the DJI Mic 2 when I am hand holding it close to my mouth, so you can hear the difference with no wind muff right now. And this is the kind of audio quality you can expect when you are hand holding with the little fluffy dead cat protecting the microphone, so you're probably hearing a little bit less pops, which is helpful, but this is, again, the kind of audio quality you can expect with this attachment on it. And here's what it sounds like with the wind muff on it right now, so you can hear the difference between the two microphones and with and without the dead cat on it. And can you hear a difference at all? This is what it sounds like while hand holding. This is the Mic Mini clipped to the collar of my t-shirt. This is the kind of audio you can expect from this kind of scenario. This is what the Mic 2 sounds like when it is clipped to the collar of my shirt. As you can see, it's a little bit heavier. It's like dragging down my collar just a little bit, but does it sound better? It is a little bit closer to my mouth now. What do you guys think? The Mic Mini is now magnetically being held in place by the magnet with it on the inside of my shirt. So this is the kind of audio quality you can expect when you have it on the inside of your shirt. And this is what the DJI Mic 2 sounds like when it's magnetically attached to the inside of my shirt. So only the magnet is showing on the outside. It's a little bit closer to my chest. You might be hearing things a little bit differently. This is just another option for some people to have. All right, this is the test of the Mic Mini in a loud street environment with zero noise canceling. This is the kind of audio quality you can expect in a busy city street environment. All right, I have just turned on noise canceling on the DJI Mic Mini, and you can hear what the noise canceling is doing before and after to a long, loud street that a lot of traffic is coming on. So I have it on right now, and I'm going to turn it off in 3, 2, 1, and this is what it sounds like when it is off. So can you hear a difference between noise canceling and non-noise canceling? Personally, I usually prefer doing my noise canceling in post and not in the microphone, because I find that the microphones can do a bit of a digital job with that. So I like doing it and fine-tuning it in post, but that's what it sounds like. All right, now this is a test of the DJI Mic 2 with no wind muff in a loud city street environment. Can you hear the difference? I don't know. I think it sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, this is what you can expect. This is the type of audio quality you can expect when you're out on a busy street environment with lots of cars and trams and buses going by. That is what the DJI Mic 2 sounds like. All right, and now we have the DJI Mic Mini with the dead cat wind muff on it, again on a loud street environment in the middle of the city. So this is what the kind of audio quality you can expect with the wind muff on, and that is the difference between the wind muff and not wind muff. I'm going to turn on noise canceling with the wind muff in 3, 2, 1. And now noise canceling is on with the wind muff. Can you hear a difference? Is it very noticeable? Because it is a really loud environment out here, and I'm telling you, I am not enjoying this, but hopefully the mic is picking me up okay. All right, I have now added the wind muff to the DJI Mic 2, and this is what the audio quality sounds like in a busy street environment with the wind muff. Let me know what you guys think. We're now in a quieter environment. We're next to the sea, which is really, really nice. However, it is quite windy. So this is what the Mic Mini sounds like with the windscreen on in this kind of environment. Not super loud, but there's definitely some wind going. How are you liking my voice? Can you hear the difference? You're now listening to me through the DJI Mic 2 with the windscreen on. What do you think about the audio quality? Can you tell a difference? It's significantly quieter out here, but it is definitely still windy here. Can you hear the difference in quality between the Mic Mini and the Mic 2? Let me know. This is now what the Mic Mini sounds like without a wind muff on the microphone. So can you hear the difference? Is the wind hitting it quite harshly? It is quite windy out here, but let me know if you can tell the difference between wind muff and no wind muff. This is the DJI Mic 2 without a windscreen on it, and again, we are in quite a windy environment. So is the wind making my voice sound worse? What do you guys think? Again, this is completely raw audio, so let me know what you guys think in these different scenarios. I also wanted to show you what those exact same situations would sound like with post-processing applied to the audio and how much better it would sound. So here you go. All right, this is the test of the Mic Mini in a loud street environment with zero noise canceling. This is the kind of audio quality you can expect in a busy city street environment. All right, now this is a test of the DJI Mic 2 with no wind muff in a loud city street environment. Can you hear the difference? We're now in a quieter environment. We're next to the sea, which is really, really nice. However, it is quite windy. So this is what the Mic Mini sounds like with the windscreen on in this kind of environment. Not super loud, but there's definitely some wind going. How are you liking my voice? Can you hear the difference? You're now listening to me through the DJI Mic 2 with the windscreen on. What do you think about the audio quality? Can you tell a difference? It's significantly quieter out here, but it is definitely still windy here. Can you hear the difference in quality between the Mic Mini and the Mic 2? Let me know. So let's talk about price, probably the biggest deciding factor between these two different products. The Mic 2 kit comes in at $350, whereas the Mic Mini kit comes in at $170, which is less than half the price. That is absolutely insane bang for buck. And if you're getting the kits, if you're debating between the two kits, the Mic Mini kit is definitely the way to go. It's definitely the better bang for buck here. However, if you're looking at single transmitter microphone purchases, the Mic Mini comes in at $60 and the Mic 2 comes in at $100, which is a significant price difference. But I think if you're going for just the single unit purchase, the Mic 2 is the way to go because of the fact that it has the lav port, because of the fact that it has internal 32-bit float recording. I think it is much more valuable in that setup. If you're going for the kit, the Mic Mini is definitely the better bang for buck, but if you want that solo thing, the Mic 2 is definitely the better bang for buck there. So what are my overall thoughts? You may have come to your own conclusion by the end of this video already, but if you haven't, here's what I think. I think that the Mic Mini kit is like an unbeatable deal. For $170, you're getting such a good kit. The fact that it has two-person kit, as well as the receiver, as well as all these accessories that fit into the box, you can't beat that. And that is why I purchased it with my own money, because it is just such a good deal. The Mic 2 kit, I think now has kind of been made irrelevant by the Mic Mini for the vast majority of people, because if you were using it as just a wireless microphone, the Mic Mini is the better obvious choice, honestly. And like I said before, if you're looking to only buy single units, I think that the DJI Mic 2 is better because of that internal recording. So I think it really comes down to what feature set you really value and what is the better bang for buck for the kind of stuff that you are creating. Let me know in the comment section down below which mic you thought sounded better and which you're thinking of getting and leaning towards. My name is Marc Steiner, and I will see you next time.